Ever heard of a book written over 2,500 years ago that still holds the secrets to success in our modern world? I'm talking about Sun Tzu's The Art of War. Now, you might think it's all about battles and ancient warfare, but what if I told you its core message is actually about winning without ever having to fight? Sun Tzu taught that the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without conflict. This isn't just a military strategy, it's a life philosophy. It's about being so prepared, so knowledgeable, and so strategic that you can navigate challenges and achieve your goals with grace and efficiency. Over the next few minutes, we're going to explore how you can apply these ancient principles to win in your career, your business, and even understand the world of politics. Ready to unlock the strategic genius within you? Let's dive in. First, let's talk about you as an individual. How can an ancient general help you with your career or personal goals? Sun Tzu's most famous advice is, know your enemy and know yourself, and you will not be imperiled in 100 battles. In your life, the enemy isn't a person, it's the obstacles standing between you and your dreams. It could be a lack of skills, procrastination, or self-doubt. To know yourself means to be brutally honest about your strengths and weaknesses. What are you amazing at? Where do you need to improve? Maybe you're a great creative thinker, but struggle with deadlines. Knowing this allows you to build systems to keep you on track. To know your enemy means understanding the challenge ahead. If you want a promotion, what skills does that role require? What are the company's biggest needs right now? By aligning your strengths with those needs and working on your weaknesses, you position yourself for victory. Sun Tzu also said, "The greatest victory is that which requires no battle." This means instead of competing head-on for a job, you could create a unique role for yourself by demonstrating a value no one else can offer. It's about creating opportunities, not just fighting for existing ones. Think of your life as a campaign. Every project you complete, every skill you learn, is a strategic move that brings you closer to your ultimate objective. Now, let's scale this up to the world of business. In a competitive market, it's easy to think you need to crush your rivals. But Sun Tzu would argue for a smarter approach. He wrote, "All warfare is based on deception. In business, this isn't about lying. It's about strategic positioning and innovation. While your competitors are busy fighting over the same customer segment, you can deceive the market by creating a brand new category, a blue ocean where you are the only player." Think about how companies like Netflix didn't fight Blockbuster in the physical store space. They created a whole new model of content delivery. That's a classic Sun Tzu move. Another key principle is choosing your battles. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. A startup with limited resources shouldn't try to outspend a massive corporation on marketing. Instead, it should focus on a niche market, build a loyal community, and dominate that specific terrain. This is about using your resources wisely. Sun Tzu also emphasized the importance of speed and adaptability. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. When market conditions change, like during an economic downturn or a technological shift, the businesses that can pivot quickly are the ones that survive and thrive. They see the chaos not as a threat, but as a chance to outmaneuver slower, more rigid competitors. Business isn't just about having the best product, it's about having the best strategy. Finally, let's look at the grandest scale: governance and international relations. You might think this is where the war part of the art of war really applies. But again, Sun Tzu's wisdom points towards peace and stability. His principles are the bedrock of modern diplomacy. Consider the idea of winning whole. Sun Tzu advised that destroying a city or a nation is a failed strategy because you are left with nothing to rule. The best approach is to take it intact. In diplomacy, this means achieving your nation's objectives through alliances, economic partnerships, and cultural influence rather than through force. This soft power is far more sustainable and effective in the long run. Building a strong coalition of allies gives you a strategic advantage without firing a single shot. Sun Tzu also stressed the importance of intelligence and information. Foreknowledge cannot be gotten from ghosts and spirits, but must be obtained from men who know the enemy situation. Today, this translates to embassies, intelligence agencies, and open-source data analysis. Governments that understand the motivations, capabilities, and internal politics of other nations can anticipate their moves and negotiate from a position of strength. They can de-escalate potential conflicts before they begin, finding common ground or applying precise pressure to achieve a peaceful resolution. True global leadership isn't about having the biggest army, but the wisest strategy. It's about building a world where cooperation is more beneficial than conflict, which is the ultimate victory, according to Sun Tzu. So, from your personal goals to global politics, the wisdom of Sun Tzu's art of war is everywhere. Its central lesson is timeless. True victory isn't about destruction or confrontation, but about strategy, preparation, and wisdom. It's about winning the war before the first battle is even fought. By knowing yourself and the challenges you face, you can navigate your career and life with purpose. In business, by being adaptable and choosing your battles, you can outsmart the competition, not just outspend them. And on the world stage, the principles of diplomacy and intelligence pave the way for a more stable and prosperous future for everyone. The call to action for all of us is to start living more strategically. Don't just react to life, design it. Think about your long-term goals. What are the small, smart moves you can make today that will position you for success tomorrow? Embrace the mindset of winning without conflict. Be so good, so prepared, and so insightful that your success becomes a natural outcome. Live your life not as a series of random battles, but as a brilliant, well-executed campaign. Thank you so much for watching. If this ancient wisdom resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on how to live a smarter, more successful life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. How do you plan to apply the art of war in your own life? Until next time, stay strategic.